Okay, children, take out your books and grab your chalk because it's time for a history lesson in the form of the Free State of Jones. Welcome, my movie maniacs, as we take a look at this historical drama based on actual true events involving Newton Knight, a farmer in the South in Jones County, Mississippi, who doesn't like the fact the Confederacy is taking all of their supplies and their crops and everything, basically really leaving them almost next to nothing to survive on to help fuel what he feels is a rich man's war. So he soon bands together with other local farmers as well as local slaves to help fight the Confederacy from within and protect his county and the surrounding area in Mississippi. And we see the challenges that are faced with that, what he does to help hold off the Confederacy, and we're taken through history, through the tail end of the Civil War to the emancipation to the Reconstruction, and we see all the trials and tribulations that he faced. This film, directed by Gary Ross, who gave us Pleasantville, which is a fantastic film if you haven't seen it already, I did enjoy it, but it felt like it could have used the History Channel miniseries treatment. It really did. They blew through this story fairly quickly we cover a long span of time in a short amount of the feature film. I know you're saying, well, it's almost 2 hours, 20 minutes long, but even still, I felt like there was so much more here to tell, and so some things felt a little truncated. But I will say I love the performances by everybody in here. Matthew McConaughey as Newton Knight, just showing his strength in his acting. Loved his performance in here as this guy who's not fighting for the North, but not fighting for the South. He's just fighting for his family and his county, and really felt that conflict in him, how he's thought, the emotion and the pain that he goes through as well. Really enjoyed that as well. There's some great other solid performances in here. The character Rachel, played by, and I hope I pronounce this right, Gugu Mbatha-Raw. I loved her performance in here. Oh, such a great performance. She gets some solid scenes in here, and yeah, I just enjoyed every moment she was on. Another person I really enjoyed every scene they were in was Mahershala Ali, and again, if I mispronounce those, I do apologize, but he did fantastic as the Moses character. So many fun, interesting, and powerful scenes between him and Matthew McConaughey's Newton Knight. Just enjoyed when those two were on screen quite a bit, and his character, just a great character by a great performance by a talented actor, and everybody does well in here, but those really stood out to me while watching this film. Now, one of the things that does stand out as well is kind of the way they handled the narrative. I was really enjoying the period piece and them being in the Civil War time period and everything, but then suddenly we cut to a scene from, I think, the 50s or what, and I'm like, wait, what? And then we cut back to more Civil War stuff, and they're related to each other, and they do tie it in, but it just interrupted the film, I think, a little too much. I wish they would have just focused on the Civil War period stuff rather than interjecting this newer angle, and I know kind of what they're trying to go for, but still, it kind of interrupted me really getting into the movie and into the characters in the past. So that gets a little bit clunky. I'm going to say as well that this will probably make many people feel uncomfortable, and it should. This is not a pleasant part of U.S. history, but it is something that needs to be addressed and shown, especially when they get into the Ku Klux Klan and how that formed, and that was just disturbing, and some really potent scenes in there, and it struck a chord with me. And really, after I left the film, there were still scenes in there that really just stick with you visually. So some very powerful visuals in here that are handled well by Gary Ross and his cinematography, but overall, the way the story was told really could have done better as a miniseries on the History Channel. I still give it, though, 3.5 stubs, just for the performances, for the period piece, the scope in which they cover this story, and they do not shy away either from the very gruesomeness of War. So check it out if you have seen it. Please leave your comments down below. Love to hear your thoughts on this film. I think, again, it being longer would have served it better, not in a movie theater, but possibly as a special. So, also, don't forget to hit subscribe at the bottom there. We're heading into our 10th anniversary of our channel. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, keep that ticket stub.